Hello and welcome to this episode of the Worship Band Builder Podcast, where we are working with you to lay the foundation for skillful worship. I'm Eric Roberts, and I'm joined as always by my lovely co-host in purple, Emily Roberts.
I'm not always in purple, but hello everybody.
She isn't always in purple, but speaking
really,
of purple...
I would call this lavender. Maybe lilac. Lilac? I think lilac.
That's what Barney said, and you know what? He's purple.
I don't think Barney said that. I'd like to see a quote.
Well, I don't know, because I think Barney has...
Barney's much more of a blue-purple, like kind of a deeper hue. He's maybe a grape purple.
Is he going to get gray, too? Is he going to have a little gray in there? Because Barney's, old, isn't he?
Yeah, but see, he's not hairy. If he's a dinosaur...
Is Barney even still around?
I don't know the answer to that. I didn't watch him the first time, so I don't know if he's
I didn't
still
either,
here.
but I was going to get Augie to watch Barney.
Bernie
Weekend
or
at Bernie's.
Barney.
Weekend at Bernie's. You guys, listen, enough goofing around. We're trying to get into the episode today because we got a lot to do. Right now is the episode. Right now is the name of the episode. Right now, things are happening. Right now, not the Van Halen song, but right now.
All right, lots of 80s references here.
Yeah, that's because I'm old, and you can see it now because I got the gray hair. I got the gray hair going.
It's distinguished,
beautiful. If
dear.
you're listening on iTunes, I'm sorry you can't see me and notice the gray hair, but you can always go to our YouTube channel, and if you're on YouTube, make sure you hit the like button, share button, subscribe button, the bell button. I mean, that's a lot of work, I know.
Just hit some buttons.
But you're not doing anything. You're just sitting on YouTube. So what? Just hit some buttons, you button pushers.
Now you're the button pusher.
I am technically a button pusher. All right, today we're going to be talking about right now. What's going on right now, our current status of right now. And it's going to be a little bit of an... now, Emily does not know anything about this episode.
No, I have just been, drawn into this in the way that a screen door is drawn into a tornado.
Yeah. That's a great analogy. That's what you look like, a screen door flapping in a tornado, just flying into the podcast.
That may be what I sound like.
That's probably...
Time will tell.
So as she goes through this, just think screen door flapping in tornado in all of her comments. Right now, we're going to start out. We're just going to go through some stuff. I'm not going to give you the whole episode, but first of all, live streaming is hard. Churches are live streaming. We're live streaming. Today I mixed. It's Sunday today. It's actually Tuesday for you all, but it's Sunday for me. Let that sink in. But I mixed the live stream today. We're mixing on Logic, and in our audio foundations, I'm teaching you how to do that. Every week it's getting better. I even talked to Lauren today, and she said it is better and better. It's getting better.
Okay.
So, yeah, every week.
For those of you out there, Lauren is our friend who is listening online every week.
Yeah, and Lolo said, yeah, it sounded better. And I did listen to it. It's getting better. And we have a new mixer today on the front of house. A new guy. Amazing. I won't get too much into him yet, but really good stuff happening there with our front of house mix, giving me the chance to focus on the live mix. But live mixing is hard. Every week we're getting better and better. I know a lot of you guys out there are just struggling, or you listen back and you're like, oh, what has happened? Check out some of our past episodes on live streaming. Check out the YouTube channel because I'm throwing up videos. I'm showing you, I'm actually critiquing myself and our live mix kind of every couple weeks on YouTube, and I'm letting you listen to it. I'm showing you our mix. So a lot of these guys are selling mix templates and all this stuff that when you can just basically build yourself a template and tweak on it until it becomes yours. And that's what I think. We're going to try out some of these templates from these guys, but for right now, we're just mixing in a template I'm making, and we're just it's getting better and better. Don't worry if you're listening to it and going, oh, that sounds terrible, because things like adding reverb or adding a room mic are going to change that and evolve. I like our church's team from the beginning of this live stream has said, we're just going to get a little better every week. We're not going to freak out. We were all thrown into this Corona debacle together, and we just keep getting a little bit better. So
it reminds me of what Joyce Meyer says about spiritual growth. That while I'm not where I should be yet today, thank God I'm not where I was.
Yeah, well, that's good. Yeah, because our first live stream, our pastor did it in his office, like with his laptop, no sound, no worship, and he just did it. I mean, it was just, and he knew, he's like, we got to get this better. That's just the first try, and we've just evolved. So check out the videos. There's a playlist there on our YouTube channel about our live stream, and it's very cool because it's from the brain of a producer, worship leader, and you're getting to see my Logic strips, and you're getting to listen to our people raw and go, oh, this is how we can make it better. And it's been awesome to be a part of that. Also, it's helped me keep my sanity. I was thinking about that today because this whole time, that's been mostly my community has been the small group of guys I've been working with. So that's what church is about. Let's see. I lost my episode. Okay. So next week, this coming Thursday, we're going to be on the Church Answers webinar.
Church Answers, everybody.
So go over, if you've never heard of Church Answers, churchanswers.com, and Tom Rainer is there. Phenomenal, doing tons of things. I can't even get involved in trying to explain everything he's doing, but just check out the website, churchanswers.com. But one thing he is doing is putting us on the webinar this Thursday. So we're going to be on there with him, and I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do, but I know that it's going to be about foundations, and there's some really good special offers that are coming in that webinar. And if you're after this Thursday, if you're listening to this months or years from now, just check out the website, churchanswers.com, and look for Worship Band Builder products on there. We're going to be being carried on the Church Answers website. So it's a pretty huge deal for us.
It's really an honor.
An honor to be a part of worship training through Church Answers. He's helping so many pastors, so many small churches, so many churches all over the country dealing with all kinds of issues. But worship is an issue that I keep hearing. Everybody's struggling with worship, but there aren't a ton of materials that are just built to help you build from the ground up, like Worship Band Builder. Product line and course line was written for just really foundational. Just get somebody to strum some chords. Just get somebody to get the sound system working. Just get the drummer playing on a click track. Little foundational stuff, which is where my heart was as a worship leader, because every time I went to grow a worship band, it was like all these little things were just standing in my way all the time. So knock out all those little things, and then the big picture gets better. churchanswers.com, and check out our podcast. Check out their podcast, and check out us on their special webinar. And
there's more?
There is more. This whole episode is just like this. So if you're like sitting there like, oh, that's interesting, just talking about all the stuff they're doing. A new songbook is coming.
Yay, finally.
So Emily, she was like telling me, I'm going to divorce you. It's over if you don't get the songbook done.
Really? Really?
Well, that's what it felt like. Because every time I talked to her, she was like, is the songbook done? I'm like, let's go out to dinner. She's like, is the songbook done?
I think there may be a little bit of exaggeration going on here.
Well, I wrote the episode, so it is my reality.
It's your story.
It's my story.
Tell it how you want to tell it.
The new songbook's coming out. It's the top songs, really. It's not going to be called the top songs of 2020 because I don't want it to like sort of get dated, but it is really a lot of the top songs that have come out in the last 5 years. Since our last songbook, which is Play and Sing 4-chord worship songs, the blue cover with the little... This one's actually going to be called Play and Sing 5-chord worship songs.
Okay.
And more about that later, but because these guys are using a lot of the 2 minor...
Which is not a hard chord to play, incidentally.
No, it's not. It breaks my 4-chord model. So thank you all. Thank you, Culture, for...
ruining our plans.
I mean, yeah, half the songs, as I'm editing the book, I'm like, oh, half of these songs have the A minor. So it's a little... You'll grow for it. Just like the Chris Tomlin book, it had 5 chords because he was also all into the A minor or the 2 minor.
Well, it's a very feely chord. It's very...
Yeah, and so there's a lot of that. So I think that the top 4-chord worship songs books are going to be hard to write if all of these new top songs are using a 2 minor, which is the A minor.
May just have to go to a 5-chord format.
So,
but again, A minor, so easy to play. It's almost like it's barely even like adding another chord.
Yeah, it's not.
If you're having to learn them, I'm saying.
Yeah, it's easy. And I show you the A minor 7 version, which is a little easier. It sounds nicer. So that songbook will be out in the next couple weeks, or I'm out.
Out.
I don't know, out of the house.
Out of the game.
Like Heidi Klum would say, you're out. That's what I said today to one of our sound guys, or one of our lighting guy.
Did he catch the reference? That's been a little while ago. Project Runway.
I tried to tell them the reference, and they all just looked at me like, we don't know. So I'm like, okay. I'm not endorsing Project Runway, but whatever. you're out. Next up.
So we talked about live streaming, and we talked about church answers.
And the new
we talked
songbook.
about the new songbook, and what more could there possibly be?
Well, about 5 years ago, we recorded an EP, Eureka Park. If you guys
Yes.
don't know it, we were traveling and doing our songs as Eureka Park. Well, we recorded the EP, and we never released it except to a small group of very, really important people. Just very small
Really
group of
important people.
yeah, just very small group, very
Remind
high,
me what?
you know, like Mindy and your mom, and just small people like that, like very, very small group of
Not
very,
small people.
not small people,
A small group.
a small
a
group,
select group.
a select group got to hear the 5-song EP acoustic sessions, and then
Yes.
because we were parenting and doing everything else, we just didn't release it. So we're releasing about once a month. We'll be releasing a new single, and this month we're going to be doing the first single. But what should it be?
Ooh. That's a good question.
Yeah. So
And they don't know because they don't know what songs we recorded. So,
yeah, so we'll figure that out later. I almost forget what songs are on it. They're 5 phenomenal songs. Part of our small group of people that were very I forget what I'm trying to call them something, but I don't know what they are. They said it was our best work.
yes, we did. We got a very positive response from the few people that heard it.
It's very acousticy. There's no big drums or anything. It's acoustic, a little dobro. There's like 2 or 3 acoustics going. She sings most of them. I think that's why people liked it. I sang a little backup. It's very cool, very good stuff. We'll release that. So check our website. Check somewhere. Just check somewhere, because when it comes out, You'll see it. It's Eureka Park, and it's the single of the week. And after that, we're actually in search of a Nashville producer right now for the next recording, and that's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to be recording.
Okay, but what are we going to record first? We've got so many things that we want to record.
Well, I think we should record, and she doesn't know what I think about everything, but I think we should record.
It's all about communication, folks.
Yeah.
You know,
I figured I'd just
it's what
tell her
makes
now.
a marriage last.
Yeah. You Are Faithful.
You want that to be first.
I think we should do that first. It's a pop song. It's like I was telling Derek today. It's like a Bruno's Mars type song.
Derek is a friend of ours at church.
Thank
He
you.
is a fellow musician.
Now you know Derek's producer. That's the first guy I'm going to go to, because Derek's Johnson's Records. I'll put his link in the description here since we're talking about him. His producer is the guy I'm going to talk to first. I like the sound. I like Derek's stuff. Derek's stuff is phenomenal. It's fresh. It's new. It sounds really good. I was blown away when I heard some of his early stuff when he showed it to me. I was like, wow, this sounds so good. And they're right here in town.
Well, that song sounds in keeping with the kind of recording that his engineer did for him.
Yeah, it's very
So I
similar.
can see why, if you want to go to his people, that you would choose that song.
Yeah, I think You Are Faithful, and then I think the next would be All Because of You, or what do you call it? Salvation Day should be the name of the song. Salvation Day, but it's more rock. It's much more rock and roll, and it's me singing it. So I'm thinking we're going to kick it off with you doing the You Are Faithful. I do the backups. Jay is the producer. Jay is Derek's producer. There's our son banging around. Jay is hopefully he's not doing calisthenics. Anyway, so that's it, and that's what we're going to be doing. So check out. We're searching out the Nashville producer. Probably the next 4 or 5 months. It won't be until we actually release that single, because we're gonna release some of our other ones. And we're gonna be doing Worship Leader Magazine. If you're watching this right now, it's pertinent, because on the 21st they're having their National Worship Leader Conference digitally.
July 21st.
Yes, July 21st, 2020. That's coming up. So if today is Tuesday for you, then in a couple days, go to the conference, Worship Leader Conference. Go to worshipleader.com.
I want to go to the conference.
Well, I'll try to hook you up, because that's what I brought Worship Leader up. We are starting in this next episode, or next, what do you call it? What am I going to call them?
Issue?
Next issue. The next issue of Worship Leader Magazine
There we
will
go.
feature an article from Worship Band Builder from Emily. And then the next issue, if all things go well, then our new course for worship leaders is coming out on Worship Leader Magazine's platform. You can join there. It'll be exclusive to their platform. It is going to be called something like, I'm the worship leader, what now?
Something like that.
Something like that. That's my title, but that's the working title. But the course is going to be all brand new. I'm a worship leader. What do I do next? It's coming out on Worship Leader Magazine, worshipleader.com. Now, Lexi is their new, I guess she's their new like president. She's like takes over the whole thing. And she is working on that with us. And I'm excited, I'm excited about digging down into just what it's like, because that's how it happens. Somebody comes up and says, well, Johnny left, or Johnny went to college, and now can you lead worship? That's pretty much what I hear all the time.
Yeah, sometimes it is thrust upon the person who's going to lead.
Yeah. So that's how it's going to be. That's what it is, Worship Leader Magazine.
What is that saying? Some people, I don't know, some have greatness thrust upon them. That's the second half of it. I don't know if anybody knows.
You're asking me about a saying. That's
Yeah, I'm asking the wrong person, but
it's like asking me the name of an actor.
one of you knows. Help me out.
Yeah, so just keep up. Write all that down. Everything we've talked about in this episode is going to be in the description. And the last thing I want to say, the last news of what's happening right now, is we are redoing, for all of you guys out there who are looking for income, like, man, I need a job. I want to do something cool online. I want to make some money online. It's like that commercial from the 90s with, do you want to make more money? Sure, we all do. Do you remember that commercial?
I remember something about that, but I can't say I remember that specifically.
Do you want to make more money? Sure, we all do. And now you can with the new Worship the King affiliate program. No, I'm going to redo the affiliate program. I've got, a pretty good amount of affiliates right now, but we haven't really been pushing really hard. But right now we're getting ready to ramp up something different, new in our affiliate program. So if you have a following, if you're in the worship industry, if you think that you could do a push to sell or promote the Worship Band Builder products, we have a really fantastic affiliate program, and it's very high, percentages.
Okay.
And it's very easy, especially if you have a following. If you have a blog, or if you just are a blogger, or if you're just thinking, I'd love to get into internet marketing or making money online, and you don't know what you would do, that's what an affiliate would do. You would share links, or you would just tell people about the products, and then if they buy the stuff, then you make a really good commission. So affiliate marketing can sound kind of weird, but basically it's telling your friends or telling others, or if you already have like a following, like if you have a blog, telling those people, hey, check this great thing out we found. And if you want to know more about that, go to worshiptheking.com, click on affiliates in the footer, or just find the link in the description. So we're looking for some good affiliates, and beyond that, we're looking for some good partnerships.
Okay. Did we cover it? Is that everything?
Yes. Did you have anything to add?
I can't think of a thing. I think that's plenty for right now.
If you guys have any questions, make sure you leave it in the comment section of the video, and make sure you're listening on any platform, iTunes, Spotify, everywhere you can get your podcast. You can get your podcast, or you can watch your podcast. But we're glad you're here, and we'll see you next time.